Happy holidays everyone and Merry Christmas! I believe this video is going up on Christmas, so let me know in the comments below what you're doing today. Now, what better way to celebrate the holidays than by a top 10 list all about Christmas urban legends? Grab your hot cocoa and your candy canes and get ready for today's video. Starting off this countdown, we have mincemeat pie. Is anyone here actually a fan of mincemeat pie? Or like how old you have to be before you actually enjoy eating it? Well, if you said you do like it, I'm sorry, this legend might deter you from ever eating it ever again. Legend goes that this popular Christmas dish was invented in the 16th century as a way for humans to cook and eat other humans. Yeah, you heard me. Apparently back then some people would add humans to their mincemeat pie. That's where the meat came from. That is disgusting. Rumor has it that this legend is the reason why mincemeat pies no longer have meat in them. At least most don't. So maybe think twice at the dinner table if someone serves this dish. Coming in at number 9, we have reselling donated toys. Imagine donating a bunch of toys to the less fortunate only for a store to take your donated items and resell them on their shelves. Pretty scummy, right? Well, legend goes that back in 2002, Walmart was doing just this. So in November, a Toys for Tots rep was outside of a Walmart in Colorado collecting toys for tots. Well, when they came back the next day, the toy box was empty. All the donated toys were placed on the shelves. Now apparently this wasn't done with malicious intent. It was done by complete accident, or so they say. There was some miscommunication between the store manager and his employees, and the toys were taken from the donation bin and put back on the shelves. Yikes. Wouldn't surprise me if other companies do this on purpose though, just saying. In our 8th spot, we have the chimney death. This is probably one of the most famous Christmas urban legends, and it scared the crap out of me as a kid. So legend goes that on Christmas Eve, a father decided to dress up as Santa and slide down the chimney to surprise his wife and kids. However, while trying to get down, he got stuck and died of asphyxiation. That's not all though. His wife didn't know what her husband was doing, so later that night she lit a fire. And shortly after, she realized a weird smell coming from the fireplace. When she looked up to see what was going on, she saw her dead husband's face staring right back at her. Way to ruin Christmas. Now apparently this is just an urban legend, whereas others insist that it is indeed true. Moving on at number 7, we have the poinsettias. This is another fairly famous Christmas legend. So poinsettias are often given as gifts around the holidays, but apparently they are very deadly, especially to pets and the young. Legend goes that eating the leaves of a poinsettia will kill you. So many people thought this was real that they were throwing out their red leafy plants. But turns out this is just a legend. A study found that humans and pets would need to eat about 500 leaves in order to get sick, which is unlikely to happen in the first place because apparently the leaves are very bitter. So if someone were to take a bite out of it, number 1, they'd regret all their life choices, and 2, they wouldn't get sick and die from it. Moving on at number 6, we have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Apparently the origin of this song is incredibly dark. Legend goes that it was created by a father to comfort his daughter whose mother was dying of cancer. Told you it was incredibly dark. So it was written in 1919 by a man named Robert May. At the time of writing the song, his wife was slowly dying of cancer, but apparently it wasn't written to distract his daughter or cheer her up. It was written as part of a promotional campaign for the department store that he worked for as a copywriter. I don't know who made up that legend in the first place, but that is very dark. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the Killer Claus, another very famous urban legend. It was even featured in the 90s show Tales from the Crypt, Christopher's favorite show. Basically, legend goes that on Christmas Eve, a wife ended up killing her husband. That same night, a patient from a psych ward escaped and went around killing people in a Santa Claus outfit. Eventually, he managed to find his way to this woman's home and goes around chasing her with an axe. The woman tries to outsmart the killer and the police by saying that the killer Santa was the one who killed her husband. But her plan fails when her daughter ends up letting the killer into the house thinking that it was the real Santa Claus. And I'm sure you can imagine how this ends. The woman ends up getting axed. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Moral of the story, don't kill people and don't try to outsmart killers. Coming in at number 4, we have the deadly Christmas trees. According to this next legend, people that have real fresh Christmas trees should be careful, for their tree could contain parasites that can make you incredibly sick. So legend goes that some Christmas trees have dormant ticks or tick eggs. When you bring them into your home, the ticks will become active and can go around biting your family or pets. As we all know, though, some ticks carry Lyme disease, which can make you incredibly sick. And apparently one female tick can latch 2,000 eggs under the bark of a tree. Imagine 2,000 eggs hatching in your home. Nope. I'm out of there. Well, thankfully, this is just a legend. First off, ticks are less active during the winter. Not only that, but ticks aren't born with Lyme disease. They get it after feeding on a diseased animal. So if a tick were on your tree and hatched, chances are it wouldn't be carrying Lyme disease. Plus, the odds of this all happening in the first place is so low. In our third spot, we have the candy canes. Do you love festive minty candy canes? If so, sorry, this next legend might ruin them for you. So legend goes that candy canes were created as a homage to Jesus Christ. If you flip that candy cane upside down, you get a J shape. J for Jesus. Not only that, but the white and red colorway is symbolic. The white symbolizes his innocence. The red, well, it symbolizes his blood. Isn't that merry? Obviously, this is just a myth, but some believe it to be real. If it was real, I don't know about you, but I would feel weird sucking on candy meant to represent Jesus. In our second spot, we have the coded message. So apparently the 12 Days of Christmas song is just one big Christian coded message. So apparently the song was created as a way to spread the Christian faith during a time in Europe when having this faith was punishable by death. So the song was a way to help young Catholics learn the tenets of their faith. For example, true love is code for God. So on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me, aka God gave to me. And each gift that he gave is referenced to important articles of the Christian faith. For example, 10 Lords of Leaping are the 10 Commandments. 6 Geese a-Layin' is the 6 days of creation, so on and so on. Now, this has been debunked, but you decide what you want to believe. And in our number one spot today, we have the exploding Christmas trees. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not allowed to have real Christmas trees in my apartment complex for the fear that they will spontaneously catch on fire. Apparently, this is a common fear. If you do have a real Christmas tree and you let it get dried out and then have hot Christmas lights on it, well, you're just asking for a problem. Now, it turns out that there is some truth behind this. Christmas trees can catch on fire if they do get really dried out, but they don't just randomly explode or combust like in the legends. Plus, the odds of it catching on fire are very rare. From 2006 to 2011, only 230 Christmas tree related fires happened. Nonetheless, please still be safe this holiday season. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Like I said, let me know in the comments below what you're doing for the holidays and for Christmas. And now, speaking of comments, let's move on to our comment shoutout portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video top 10 deadliest substances we encounter daily. Satori80SS commented, fabric softener is probably one of the most toxic and carcinogenic substances home users handle on a regular basis. Not quite daily, but maybe worth including if a part 2 is on the way. Who knows, maybe I will do a part 2. That's insane, I don't use fabric softener, I don't use that. But thank you for all the other people that use it, maybe don't use it. Dad and Kids Play 1 commented, wow, this is insane, thanks for sharing. Thanks for commenting. Daya Sweetheart commented, I love when she says hella. I really thought she was from the Bay Area, California. LOL. No, I'm from a different CA, Canada. Funny enough, a lot of people were like, why are you saying hella? Stop trying to be cool. You have a better vocabulary than to just use hella, so now I just say really instead. Alright guys, that's all the comments I'm shouted out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shoutout. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see ya. Happy holidays.